Number 33, the area of a trapezoid is found using the formula area equals 1/2 height, parentheses base 1 plus base 2, where A is the area, H is the height, and B1 and B2 are the lengths of the bases. So basically we're finding the average of the bases, which is why it's multiplied by 1/2. So another way to write that is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. It means the same thing. And then we're multiplying it by the height. So I'm going to do base 1 plus base 2. So that would be x minus 3 plus x plus 7. That's just adding up those two bases and combining our like terms, x plus x and minus 3 plus 7. That would give us 2 x's because there's really a 1 in front. And minus 3 plus 7 is a positive 4. So that section is going to be 2x plus 4. Our height is given as 4. So I'm just going to rewrite in this formula what I have. I have A equals 1/2 times the height, which is 4. And then in parentheses is the 2x plus 4 because I just added those bases. Alright, so we have all multiplication here, so we can do any order we want since it's all multiplication. The distributive property is multiplication, and then we have multiplication right there. I'm going to go ahead and take half of 4, I know that's 2, and then multiply that by 2x plus 4. And then distributive property, 2 times 2x is 4x, 2 times 4 is 8, or a positive 8. And we have our area. So it's not an actual number because we don't know what x is, but our area is 4x plus 8. Alright, number 34. A company produces packs of pencils and pens. They produce at least 100 packs of pens each day, but no more than 240. The company produces at least 70 packs of pencils each day, but no more than 170. So it's giving a range for each of the pencils and the pens. Then the total, that means with the pens and the pencils, of less than 300 packs of pens and pencils are produced each day. Each pack of pens makes a profit. That means how much they're earning above their expenses, and then each pack of pencils makes a profit of 75 cents. So they give us those two profits for the pens and the pencils. What is the maximum profit the company can make each day? Alright, so we need to really break this down. There's a lot of information here. Maximum profit basically means they want to make the most money. So I want you to look carefully and see which one are they making the most money on. Is it the pens or the pencils? That's right, it's going to be the pens. So we want our pens, we want more of our pens, as much as possible. We want to make it our maximum amount of pens. And since we have a limit on the total, we would want to make the lowest possible of our worst money maker, which would be the pencils. They are making money, but not as much as the pens. So we want to minimize how many pens are produced. And that's how we want to approach this problem. So I'm going to look at it this way. What if I got the maximum number of pens? What was my maximum number? It said no more than 240. So let's just say, for instance, that we produced 240 pens. Now we need a total of 300. So 300 minus the 240, how much would that leave for the pencils? 60. Now that sounds all fine and dandy, but we have a restriction on our pencils. It says the company needs to produce at least 70 pencils. So that didn't work out for us. So why don't we try to minimize our pencils now? What's the least they could have? That's right, 70. So now let's go at it from that angle. So 70, and then if I did 300 minus the 70, that would be how many pens I could have. So 230 pens. And does that work out? Yeah. It says pencils has to be at least 70. Well, we did at least 70. That was our least money maker. And then the pens needs to be no more than 240. Well, 230 is not more than 240, so we're good to go. We're almost done. We want the profit, so all we need to do is multiply each of these numbers by their profits and then add them together. So 230 pens times our profit for pens is 125, and then 70 pencils times our profit, which is 75 cents or 0.75. And actually, I just read something. I made a mistake. Did you catch it? It says the total is less than 300. So read this very carefully. As you see, I just made a mistake. So it can't be 300. What's 1 less than 300? 299. So it's not 230 pens, it would be 229 pens. So I'm going to make a correction to my work. Alright, now I just corrected that. So 229 times 1.25, or $1.25, gives us 286.25. And then plus the pencils were 70 times 0.75, gives us 52.50. If I add those two numbers together, that's my total profit, which would be $338.75. Choice A. So read that very carefully. Less than means it can't be the number. The no more than means it can be the number or less than the number. So that's like a less than or equal to sign there, and here it's like a less than sign.